Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. If you're in the chat, drop a little comment, say hello, just so I know who's hanging about, who was here early, who's the enabler that's going to help me spend some cash today as I very carefully choose and curate what I'm going to pick up and buy in the Vinegar Syndrome sale. So I have the sale up somewhere, which I'm going to throw up right here. And I'll move over a little bit. There we go. So I've not really delved in too much to these so far, but we shall have a look. Hello, Atarius. Welcome to the chat. And Fab Myers. Good evening, sir. Welcome here. And there we go. Joel Woods. He's got a Robert Forster appreciation going on there. Evening, sir. And we have Blah Blah in the chat as well. Hello, I'm watching in my cinema room on 65-inch screen. Well, I'm really sorry about that. What can I say? So I'm in at the Vinegar Syndrome sale already. There is somewhat new announcements here, titles that I hadn't seen. Of course, they had already previously announced Thriller, Cloak and Dagger, Miami Connection, which I've already got locked in already, thankfully. We've got good evening, Arthur. Hello. What's my budget for this evening? I think I'll go for around about $100. I think that seems like a nice, simple amount. One that I can't really go too wrong with. It's not too expensive. It's just a nice amount. We shall see if I will actually stick to it or not. A lot of these things that are announced today are stuff that I've already got locked in. Now, this was something that kind of interested me. It was the Horror High Stanley double bill. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen Stanley, but after watching the William Griffey set, this looked like his most interesting movie, and I really do want to check it out at some point. And there we go. Arthur is saying, anyone wants New York Ninja, be quick. 46 left. Wow. The numbers on this are crazy. So let's have a look at some of the announcements that dropped today. We have got Scared to Death. But it's, oh, there is a bottom on the cover. That's never a good thing. When's this from? It's William Malone, who did Creature from 1980. Well, it seems to be I'm getting that. Anyway, so there's not much I can do about it. The other WTF movie was Voyage Rock Aliens, which the story of a guy, a girl, an alien, and a one night they will always remember. This looked utterly chaotic. I have no idea what to make of this. It's coming my way, so I'm going to end up watching it. But man, it just looks... I don't even know how to describe it. It's got a good cast, but it looks unclassifiable. Joe Woods is drunk and or bad Brits. I'm watching stocks rise over the weekend. Yep. Yep, and New York Ninja is almost out. There is a George Clooney movie, which again, as a no, that was a VSA, so I need to pick this one up. There's the man there. Let's see. So Reamer and Attila, best friends living in California. They spend their days surfing, partying, and running drugs for a ruthless gangster. Look how young he looks. Yeah, that looks a bit crazy. Let's see. Johnny says you can heartily recommend Thriller, a rape revenge film from Vinegar Syndrome. Again, that's another one that's in. Yep, it's for the subscribers. I'm already getting it. It's one of those crazy packages where it has 2 discs with slipcovers inside another slipcover. I mean, as packaging goes, it looks amazing. As far as the film goes, I've not seen this one, so my expectations are unsure, and it's down to 430 left. Wow. Did they say how much the run of this was? That's sold remarkably quick. I'm quite surprised about that. Let's see. Tiger Claws was Tiger Claws disappeared today already. It's a shame. People have to watch the third one. Fab Myers, you went mental in the sale and you ended up ordering 24 titles. Wow. That's impressive, sir. Oh, good. Good for you. You have the DVD of Thriller. Andrew Knight's here. You got the standard edition of New York Ninja this morning. The box looks great, but on the shelf, I'll only see the spine and you'll never read the book. That's fair enough. At least you have the option and you've picked the one that you want. Thriller won't last the night. No, it will not. Good evening, Max. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just looking through Vinegar Syndrome at the moment, deciding if I want to or what I want to purchase. Good evening, Graham. Happy hunting. I'm going to watch Dead Heat tonight. Oh, yes. Awesome movie. Terrific. Absolutely fantastic. Good evening, sir. And another fantastic for Dead Heat, which I completely agree with. It's a terrific movie. You watched Thriller about a week ago. Had really high hopes, but found it to be annoyingly annoying. Mostly an hour or so of rape and then just a few mediocre kills. This is like the unreleased cut or whatever, so it should be interesting enough. And Rancho Deluxe is out as well. This kind of gives me the fear. Another Jalal Marie movie, Billy Blanks. And it's a VSA, so of course I should add it to the cart because I have all the VSAs, but man, Jalal Marie is tough. And Red Surf, which again is a VSA, so we'll add that to the cart. But of course, those two titles I get the discount on, so they drop them down to about 21, 22 bucks. So that's not bad. You ordered Girlfriend from Hell, Tiger Claws, Alley Cat, Dixie Ray Hollywood Star. Something like 40 minutes into the sale now. That's impressive. Annoyingly boring. I liked annoyingly annoying. A good turn of phrase. You met Christina Lindberg at Oslo Fright Fest 2010 and signed a copy of Thriller DVD. Lovely woman. Good. Glad to hear that. Cannot believe that Forgotten Gialli 3 is still over 1,000 units. Ditto Dead Heat. So I wanted to ask you guys a question because the legacy slips are Hobgoblins, which I've seen and I didn't particularly love, and the Bees, which I have not seen. So if anyone has seen the Bees, please let me know. I mean, it's got John Saxon, but the looks of it, it's, oh, look, the bees are traveling here, going to sting everybody and kill people. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe showing Nancy how to fight Kruger. What's a Saxon? Andrew Knight. Dead Heat is amazing, but you haven't bought it yet. Remember, tell me about the Bees. Is it one to pick up? Because I'm curious about that. Then there's lots of merch and stuff, which I'm not interested in. The display rack is back. Books. Do you know what? That would have been something that I would have picked up. But it looks to have gone fairly quickly. We'll add at least 4 to 5 to your order over the weekend. Impressive. And I helped you get your titles up to 24 because of my recommendation video. Well, I can only apologise about that. Yeah, so I'm tempted by the Bees, but please let me know in the comment box whether I should be or not. Evening, JMac. Let's run through some of the comments. Scared to Death is also pretty good. A Monster in the Sewers from 1980. I had a quick look at it. It didn't wow me. Of course, I am curious. You've got 14 titles so far. Fairly proud of your self-control. And you still have half your budget left, but the weekend ain't done yet. Oh. Is there anything you're particularly looking at that you're considering getting? Yes, blah, blah, 24. That's impressive. Jalal Marie is a hero in Canada. There must be more people that could be hero rather than him. Get a climax of blue power. Never heard of that one. Andy Gardner's here. Hello, Graham and VS Junkies. I hope everyone's bank accounts aren't getting too much of a hammering. I'm taking it easy tonight. These are all titles that I've pretty much got because they're all recent releases on my subscription. As we've mentioned, Dead Heat is half price. The 4K is amazing at $24, probably £20 conversion to UK money. It's essential to pick up. No, the VSAs aren't that great, Andy. Red Surf, I'm interested because of the cast, Dee Pfeiffer and George Clooney. I can't even remember the name of the Jalal Marie one. I'm getting it because I have the VSAs, but man, that could be tough. Could be tough. You think you'll be spending the money you had earmarked for any potential Arrow releases for August? One release, they're losing their touch. Yeah, I guess we can talk about that later on, I suppose, because let's just jump into New York Ninja. New York Ninja is sitting at 38 left in stock. I both love and hate this part of the site. The little ticker that tells you how many is left. I mean, the standard edition is, well, it's not, I know, what's the price difference? $10? And you get all that goodie inside it. I'm surprised that's still hung around. Blah, the bees is a good laugh. Okay. I will add that to the movies, I think. Ilya Muromets is already commanding an impressive price. If you didn't get it, sad, so very sad. I did pick that up. It will be coming in my next package, I believe. I was tempted by the Rudy Ray Moore box set, but the 4 movies together are $60. If you get the box set of movies, $75. That seems just wrong. 15 quid for a box. You might buy one of those vintage Swedish porn mags from the 70s with Lindbergh. They're cool and not something super expensive. I suppose it's something interesting to have. You haven't seen the bees, but you did put it on your list after watching the trailer. Looked fun in a campy way. And it has John Saxon, which is always a good thing. The bees is nutty. I'm going to take that as a good thing. You think the books are available in Amazon UK? I'll have a look. And there's Joel doing my work for me because I keep forgetting. One of the best handles going, blah, blah. Yeah. You think the books are available on Amazon? Maybe not the VS prints, but the same novels. Well, maybe I'll check that out. Has anybody seen Don't Answer the Phone? Because I've been recommended that a few times. It's one I've not seen. Your 24 titles did include the Flash pre-order thing, which included Thriller. Cool. So you've got that locked in. Good for you. I think Thriller will go pretty good, pretty well. You watched that a week ago. Was messed up, but not good. That's one down for the bees. Howdy and good afternoon from Texas. Wow. Good afternoon. I love the ticker. Still looking at Forgotten Gialli 4. The candidates are TC2000, Double Exposure, Demonoid, Dominique. Dominique is good. I like that. Fortress of America, Dead Heat, The Hearse, and Incubus. There's a couple there I'm looking at myself. But again, this one, I'm relying on you guys to tell me whether it goes in the basket or not. Do you know what? I've heard enough good things. I'm going to throw it in there and it may come out later on. You bought the New York Ninja release. It was pretty fun. The making of Doc was honestly more fascinating than the movie. Yes, the making of Doc was utterly amazing. I really enjoyed that one. Excuse me. kind of got all these titles or anything that I was wanting because these are all recent releases. Scanner Cop has standard releases now. You bought the Rudy Ray Moore set and you only watched Dolomite. It was awesome. I mean, it's $75. It's most of my budget, and I'm not willing to blow it all on one set. All American Murder down to $20. That's essential. Let's see. Yeah, they're cool. Just not spreads with photos of boobs and stuff, but also a bit of a time capsule. Yeah, and plenty of hair on show. Kind of on the fence about Don't Answer the Phone. Seems good and the slip is cool. Yeah. Don't get lulled into buying a movie just because of the slip. This is something that we're all kind of guilty of, but I mean, if you're interested in the movie, great. Just get it because of that. So this is really surprising. That is over 1,000 left in stock of Forgotten Gialli 3. Autopsy, otherwise known as Sunspots, Murder Mansion, Crazy Desires of a Murderer. This was my favourite of the Gialli sets. I can't believe it's not gone. Dracula Sucks is a pretty good horror film if it never had the bonking and the nudity in it. Yeah, it just puts me off. I don't need that. Too old for all that nonsense now. Don't Answer the Phone is good. A bit like Maniac, but more exploitative and less violent. Oh. Thriller is going fast. Is it worth the price? It depends what price you're talking about. Are you talking about the actual value of buying it, or the price of the regret when you see it going for silly money on secondary markets and you wish you had bought it? That's the price you need to be up. I've not seen the movie, so I can't give you an honest opinion on it as yet. I'm a subscriber. I will be getting it. Once I've seen it, I can do a review, but I've got a funny feeling that it will go before this sale is done. 37 left of New York Ninja. Is Censor the sale, in the sale, the recent UK film? It was all right, that one. I don't know if the partner labels are in the sale, but we will have a look at one point once I'm finished going through this. All American Murder rules. It does indeed. You added a bit of smut by the name of Corruption to your order. Yes, I've looked at Corruption a few times. In fact, Michael Keane done a wonderful review of it, which I thought was fascinating. And it seems like it's porn, but with an actual artistic touch and a story to it. And of course, it does have that hidden feature, Last House on Dead End Street. So Corruption is one that I keep thinking about getting. But the problem is if I get it, I need to watch it and review it. And I don't know if it's something that I'm instantly want to check out. And Joel is agreeing Forgotten Gialli 3 is the best. Matt Blah, you bought Tough Guys Don't Dance in the sale solely on my recommendation. Looking forward to checking it out. Wow, you're in for a treat. Remember, it's not a well-made movie. Well, it's kind of well made. It's just directed poorly, and the tone is incredibly off, and the performances are so off kilter and strange. It's just captivating. Well, you did say Don't Answer the Phone seems good, but the slip is a big contributing factor for me, as an ugly slip is a bit of a turn-off. Are there any ugly slips? Look at this, Nightmare Sisters. What a movie. Crap. But that cover is tremendous. If anybody's still making purchases, I've got this. One of my favourite standalone Vinegar Syndrome releases. The collar is a pinnacle of this company. It has Malcolm McDowell, Madeline Smith. It's a two-hander, just pretty much these actors the entire movie. It twists and turns, and one has the upper hand, the other has the upper hand. You never know where it's going, and then the ending is just crazy. Yeah, this is a fantastic title. Let's see. Thriller is not worth the price for Joel. Nicholas Worth is an amazing as the crazy guy and Don't Answer the Phone. You truly believe he's a nut job. Gialli 3 was restocked, I believe that's why it's at 1,000, but it only had like a limited run of so many thousand stock, and I just thought it would have went much quicker, Paul. Thriller is still expensive, even on sale. Stephen, it's technically not on sale. It's one of the new titles just announced for this sale, and it was a few thousand copies they had, but they've just flown off the shelves. Which, like I said, I haven't watched it. Some partner labels are on sale. Okay, I'll have a look at them next. Michael Caine has great teeth. He does indeed. Ample. Don't Answer the Phone is good, trashy, sleazy grindhouse movie. That's what I wanted to hear. So I'm very happy to have that in the basket then. Let's continue to go through this and see if there's anything. See, we're still going through titles that I have most of, and some that I recommended during my recommendation video that I did. The VS prices are not great. You could find the same on Amazon. I guess it depends if you want the slips, I suppose, that come with some of them. Over here in the UK anyway, the Amazon prices are ridiculous. Stand in Silence, Joe Woods, he kind of feels the same about Thriller. £55 is a lot of money. I think you'll get some other cheaper release at some point. Yeah, no doubt it's going to be re-released at some point. If you don't want to pay that money, you don't want all the wacky extras that go with it, leave it and pick up the standard edition. And there we have the key line from Tough Guys Don't Dance. Oh man, oh God. Stand in Silence. Michael Caine is your favourite YouTuber. Yep, he's one I watch quite often. I really do enjoy him. He puts that extra spark into his videos. Puts the rest of us to shame. Does Graduation Day have the audio hiss that 88s has? I'm not sure if they licensed it from them. I do know that their Graduation Day was out first, so it could possibly have the same issues. There is Dominique. That's another one of those movies that it doesn't really belong in Vinegar Syndrome because it's too awesome for that. Cliff Robertson, Gene Simmons, Jenny Agutter. It's a wonderful kind of Hitchcockian thriller, and it's $16. Teenage Fantasies or whatever has a pretty ugly slip. Green with some stupid piece of tape as a print. Sounds like a porno. Not interested. Sudden Fury was one that I was interested in. Apparently a Canadian thriller, which is supposed to be pretty good. We'll add it to the cart. And we shall see. Fab Myers, The Caller is one you added due to your... Yes, I utterly, it's one of my favourite Vinegar Syndrome titles. Pure, utter joy. Let's see. So far, you've picked up Ilya Muromets, Ham and Rye, Girlfriend from Hell, and Donnie's Bar Mitzvah. Whatever It Takes, Ticks, The Grave, Last Matinee, and New York Ninja. That's one hell of a great haul. There's some there I've not seen. I am a big fan of Donnie's Bar Mitzvah, and I think I might be the only person that enjoyed it as much as I did. Steve, you love the hearse. It's so atmospheric and creepy. That's one we may need to add to the basket because I've looked at that several times. Blah blah. The Candy Snatchers is amazing. I think it's fantastic. It's just bleak and dark. It's pure 70s exploitation. It's sleazy. It's just got a nasty feeling about it. But it's a great movie. I think I'll pull the trigger on the hearse this time. Had to take it out the cart on the last sale. Have I missed it? The hearse? Because I kind of want to add that to the basket now. You like atmospheric and creepy, so you guess you'll have to add the hearse to the basket. Yeah, Keane is just such a charming individual. I could listen to that guy talk for days. Yep, Yep. Oh, there's the hearse. So I will add that. I'd really like a good Blu-ray release of Ambulance. Master Chaos, yes, I do enjoy Master Chaos. We have conversations every now and again. Oh, Psycho Cop is sold out. That's a shame. I would thoroughly recommend his channel as well. If you like the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, he is excellent, as is Brother Chaos. Joel just trolling everybody. Do you think £13 is cheap for standard editions? Even Arrows are only £8 on sale. I guess it's probably £13. Comparatively speaking to our country, it's not as cheap. But a lot of these titles we can't get here, so £13 seems decent enough. There have been cheaper movies, because I remember getting Jack Frost at one point, and I think it cost me like £8. It was a really cheap title, maybe $11, $12 or something. Andy Gardner, Dark Tower, Sub 2, Devil's Story, and The Scary of 61st. These were so good, you may order them again. Now, Andy's being funny here. Don't anybody buy these titles. He hated them. I hate them, most of them. Don't get them. Already having ordered Girlfriend from Hell, Alley Cat, and Tiger Claws. Nothing more you're looking at seems to be low in stock, so you're all relaxed here. Let's see if we can really mess you up and find something else. So we're getting to the real older stuff now. Most of it's the kind of porn. Don't answer the phone. Yeah, I may keep it in the basket. The Candy Snatchers is a must. Agreed. Did I get Incubus? No, I didn't add it to the basket, but willing to hear an argument on it, if you have it. Let's see. How can you tell which titles will get another press even after they sell out during the sale? A lot of the ones that sell out, they'll either say on it that there won't be a standard issue repress, or it'll just be the slip cover that's going to sell out. There may still be a standard edition there to get. So the limited editions, once they're gone, they're gone. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll go back and have a look at some of the other ones and see if I can show you what I'm talking about. There's Raw Force for $12.49. Death Row Game Show is stupid stuff. I haven't seen it. I've looked at it often. I think the cover looks fantastic, but I've just always been wary. I keep thinking in my head The Running Man whenever I look at it for some reason. I may go back to that one as well. And we're on to the last page here, so let's see. See, Punk Vacation's down to $12.49 as well. But we can't have everything. And the telephone book's $12.49. 25 New York Ninjas left. Raw Force is a masterpiece. So I don't know what you guys are like when you do the sale. I do an initial run and then I go back through it all again quickly just to see if there's anything I want to add. Should you get Nightmare Weekend? Everyone is slagging that one, but you watched the first half on YouTube and you liked it. If you like it, yeah, by all means pick it up. There is a 3-pack in the UK actually, where you get Deadly Embrace, Nightmare Weekend, and I can't remember the third one, and it's like under a tenner for all 3 movies, if that's better value for you. If you fancy it, pick it up. The recheck. This is where I pick up the ones that you were talking about. Skip by all the porn. Not interested. Blah blah. Raw Force, brilliant. It is indeed. And Evian or Smart Water. This is vitamin water. It was just the only glass I had left. Death Machines. Okay, right. We'll quickly throw that in. We won't look at the total just yet. The Undertaker. I wish Psycho Cop Returns was there. The hair's added. Death Row Game Show is just silly but fun in a good way. See, that could be entertaining if you're in the right mood. Demon Wind I haven't seen. Blood Beat I haven't seen. Ice Cream Man I haven't seen as yet. You enjoy the phone book, Andy, but nobody's ever mentioned it. That is rather cheap. Blue Ice. Blue Ice is awesome. Did I pass by that? I think I saw it somewhere. I'll search for it at the end. Let's see. Incubus. Someone was saying Incubus, so I should add that to the cart just now. We'll have a look at it at the end. Don't look at the price, Graham. Don't look at the price. Just keep clicking. We shall definitely look at the imports, and I've been told about Mondo Macabre as well to have a look at, so I need to at some point. I think, you know what, I think I'm good. I'm just going to jump to the main page and add the bees, because John Saxon, I don't even want to look. Okay, so partner labels. We'll just go to all partner labels and we'll have a look. And we'll see. So we've got the new ones, which probably aren't on the Mob. I have a review for that coming tomorrow, and I'll just tell you now, if you haven't picked it up, please pick it up. It's pretty great. Death Row Game Show was the first VS you ever got. First half of the film is very fun, but didn't like the second half from what you remember. Do you know what? If it's not any good, it will be sold on. Yeah, Girlfriend from Hell was going quick. I picked it up previously. Just waiting on it to arrive. Morven Caller at $20. If you don't have that, get it. Blah blah. Little off topic, but is Johnny Mnemonic worth getting? Forum on Blu-ray.com say it's a rubbish transfer, and even the DVD is better quality. Oh, blah blah. Blu-ray.com. I don't like it a lot of the times. They seem really pernickety. They just wrote the movie off because it was 25 frames per second. Yet at the same time, when the Noe movies are released on Arrow, they're 25 frames per second. It's not as bad. So they kind of pick and choose what they want to moan about. Personally, I watched Johnny Mnemonic with my daughter. Had a great time. I thought it looked fine. £25. That's a little pricey. I would say hold off and even get it at a reduced price further down the line, or yeah, wait for a standard edition. But you don't need the fancy edition for that one. Oh, Stephen, My Chauffeur, superb 80s comedy. Well, what was I going to search? Let's just Blue Ice. What is this? Private Eye Ted Slinger has just been hired by a wealthy eccentric to find and procure an ancient and mysterious book, which reportedly has the power to grant anyone who can open it the gift of eternal life and power. Unknown to Ted, another group of individuals are also searching for this priceless artifact, a secret group of escaped Nazis who are hoping to use the book to take over the world. It's an erotic thriller, so blends mystery, fantasy, neo-noir stylings. I like the sound of that, but do you know what? The erotic thriller thing just puts me off. Okay. Oh, Deborah Foreman from April Fool's Day. Do you know what? That's car 80s comedy, Deborah Foreman, I am sold. Should have been more specific. Once the slipcover is gone and the standard edition sells out during a sale, I've noticed that a title stock may be replenished when the site comes back. Yeah, this is okay. So, unless it actively says on the page, like usually down the bottom, like this is a limited edition. Once it sells out, it won't be back. It's going to come back at some point. So, if you had anything in your mind that I can think of, it's usually just a case of once they've got repressed stock sent back into them. Like this is basically the stock that they've got stored in their warehouse, and the numbers are crazy. So don't trust the numbers. Don't feel panicked. But pretty much, if it sells out, it's coming back in unless it says on it that it's not going to be repressed. The Bees is lame but saved by John Saxon. And The Mob is the only Canadian International Pictures release you should pick up. I'm thinking of Nightmare Sisters. Oh, the 80s Nightmare Weekend. I haven't seen Nightmare Weekend, so I cannot talk about that. How Morven Caller is a masterpiece. Hey, Hosey, I enjoyed your stream. I watched it today during my lunch break, some of it anyway. I will watch the rest after this. How much money has been spent? I've put things in the basket. I've not looked at the total as yet. I don't really want to go much beyond $100 if I can help it. So that's my limit. So once my usual forte is to add to the basket, and then the culling begins where I start to take things out. You need Incubus so well made. Stand in silence. You got Psycho Cop Returns and Blood Beat on the last VS sale, but you haven't watched them yet. Grab Thriller all you want. It will not last the day. Yeah. Master Chaos TV would never lie. See, we invited him in here by talking about how great he was, and he just appears. He's got ears everywhere. Did I add Expect No Mercy to the basket yet? Yes. But damn, it's got Jalal Marie. I just... Oh. It's like a charismatic black hole. Still think Morven Caller is Lynn Ramsey's best film. Hoping I can upgrade my DVD if it comes to the UK. Blah, blah. Because you're a member and an excellent fellow, if you're wanting to help get it into the UK, let me know. Send me an email or something. I could maybe get it and forward it on to you or something. There we go. Slam the thumbs up. See, everybody does the YouTube thing. I keep forgetting. Stand in silence. Come on, Graham. Get Blue Ice. It's also priced. It is priced good. It's priced very appealing. But it's that erotic thriller. It's got an X rating. Is it a porno? Tell me more. You were the first guy to check out the archive this morning. Oh, what did you get? What did you get? Come on, tell me. I need to know. I love the erotic thriller. Yes, but when it's got an X rating, I'm just worried it's going to be porn. Yes, Marshall. Anything that's good point, Dennis. Thanks for that. VSAs generally haven't been repressed. They've got a little blurb at the bottom saying it might be repressed, if possibly, perhaps further down the line, more people want them. So the VSAs you can generally regard as going to be sold out. Grabbed Red Surf, Accept No Mercy, Miami Connection, Televised Terror, good man, Homegrown Horrors, and Thriller. Wow, jealous, got them already. And probably going back after work. Oh, wow, I'm so jealous that you've got access to the archive. That's fantastic. Good evening, sir. How many selves do I have? Selves? You've lost me, Mike. Bloodbeat was an unbelievable head scratcher. And Master Chaos, you're a 6-hour live stream machine. Yes. I don't know if he's still here. He might just have popped in and disappeared away again. But if he's still here, did he get TC 2000 for Brother Chaos? Can we just? I don't know if everybody watches Master Chaos, but how good is Brother Chaos? He needs a channel of his own. Top 5 Jackie Chan movies. Police Story. Police Story 3. Rumble in the Bronx. Fearless Hyena. And Drunken Master, I think. Is that 5? It's 5, yeah. Everyone needs Malibu High. It's not a Tully scene. Tully. It's not a silly teen comedy. Yes, it's not. It's fantastic. I loved Malibu High. I've got a review somewhere in the channel. It was awesome. Stand in Silence. Looking forward to watching all 3 Tiger Claws. Oh, enjoy the first 2. That's all I'm saying. You're so torn and if you should pick up Thriller or not. Hang on, I got lost in the chat and I forgot about Blu-rays. Well, 178. We'll throw it in just now. It'll probably come out. Let's just see where Thriller is at. Oh, 375. I'm sure it was above 400 last I checked. Let the FOMO commence. Good evening, Zami. Brother Chaos Rules. Yes, he did. Oh, shelves. Sorry, Mike. Brain's not working. Let's see. It's 10 shelves high behind me, double back. I've got 4 here next to me, and I've got boxes of DVDs and Blu-rays around me, and I've got units in the living room with more movies in it. Let's say 2,500 Blu-rays, maybe. BC is the best. I think we can all agree on that. Malibu High with the slip is incredible. People need to chill. Many of these films are already available to watch for free. You're a big component of the try before you buy, Cody. I want to see it in the best quality, and if I watch it, the chances of me picking it up are probably non-existent. And then trying to fit it in around the rest of my watch list that I already have is not going to be possible, pretty much. Yeah, you watch them on Amazon Prime. Yeah, good. And Stand Silence. I would never watch before you buy. Yeah. If I try before I buy, I'd probably never buy. And had too many drinks. Good man. Probably had a hard week at work, Mike. You deserve it. Graham is Scottish. Yes, yep, confirmed. And he hadn't even heard of Boards of Canada. Just sad. If I heard George Grau's Code of Hunting, such a great film. No, I haven't seen that one. And we're looking to see if you can watch Thriller anywhere. You buy it, then you would not get the same enjoyment about watching the Blu-ray when you get it. You're welcome, sir. Wow, 4 New York Ninja left. Whoa, whoa. What's going on here? Let's see something. So there we go. 4 left, and some 6-8 in the standard. So that's going to go. New York Ninja is going bye-bye. It's a pretty terrific set of an amazing movie. Yep, it's down to 3. This thing is lethal. And this is a FOMO special. Just watching, yeah. Yep, somebody can let me know. That's going to go pretty soon. Yep, Ninja going fast. go back to 3. So it's still 3. 2. Arthur says you can skip at Blue Ice Cream. It's XXX. I'm just not interested. And it's gone. There we go. New York Ninja is gone. So limited edition is now gone. We're into just the standard edition. So yeah. We're back to this. Back to looking through some of these movies. I picked up this one that should be coming soon. I can't remember if somebody recommended Arabato to me or not. Now, there is going to be more announcements from the partner labels come the 3rd. So it's a bit, you don't want to spend too much here. Summer of '84 is terrific though. Streaming doesn't satisfy our compulsive need for pretty boxes on our shelves. Well said, sir. You did watch half of Nightmare Weekend, but you don't do that often. See, I thought you were talking about Nightmare Sisters. Nightmare Weekend, I know nothing about. To be honest, there's not a great deal here that's really... Deadlock was one of those titles that was... Where does it say it? It just says on it, sold out of print. They only had a limited run of it. Once it was gone, it was gone. So that's how you know it's never going to be reprinted. It's got that on it. Thoughts on the Brave one with Jodie Foster? It's just kind of Death Wish, really, isn't it? I don't have too fond a memory of it. You don't own a film unless it's on disc. When you prioritise pretty packaging over the film itself, you've lost. That's a sentiment I can get behind. Although it is nice to have some nice packaging as well. But it's if that's the only reason that you're getting something, then yeah. Definitely heard of Mogwai. 100%. Let's see what else we have. Do you know, I don't think there's much here that I really like Jeremy. I do think that was pretty special. But a lot of these ones, especially the Agfa titles, they're getting released over here, and I'm just getting them from 101 because it's exactly the same package. Blood Lake, I'm hoping I see. I'm a little bit wary in case they get released here as well. Let's have a look at some of the staff picks. Toolbox Murders has appeared in 4K. Well, 25. Damn you, FOMO. Did I ever get Resurrection, the Christophe Lambert one? Yes, I have it. Yeah, Joel Arabetto, you said it. So it must have been you recommended it to me at some point. I'll go back and have a look. You think you'd rather get 3 or 4 other VS releases instead of Thriller for the same money? I'm kind of in a funny position because I'm getting it as part of my subscription. But if I wasn't getting it, would I drop that money on it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Okay. If anyone else has seen this, let me know because a little push may be needed. Did VS announce how many units of Thriller limited edition were limited to? I don't think they did. I don't think it's on the product page either. Spelling's awful. Let's have water. Let's see if it said anything. Nope, I don't hear a thing. I don't see a thing. Get Carter is being put out on Blu-ray and 4K in July. About time. It is indeed. I can't wait to see that. Ron Jeremy's in it. I think you might just have put the nail in the coffin there. Yeah, I'm not interested in Blue Ice now. You're not sure how many, but a few weeks ago you overheard one of the guys at the archive saying they made a lot of copies of Thriller, guessing more than the usual 5,000. You're thinking that 88 Films will put out Frankenstein, so you've held off on that one. They did tease that a 3D title was coming. It's got to be that. Absolutely. I'm not sure. Mike, I think it's BFI that's putting out that. You already bought Voyage of the Rock Aliens, Red Surf. Must own if you love Band. I love Band of the Hand. Not seen that in years. Dangerously Close. And I've never seen The Apple, but I do know of it. Toolbox Murders is one of the best 4Ks you've ever seen. We really all have to stop buying Marie movies and they won't sell them. They make them VSA on a purpose to trick the completists. Yes, they do, sir. We were all having a conversation about Brother Chaos and how much we think he's fantastic and hope that he's going to have his own channel at some point. So, Jose, give him a prod. You also got Expect No Mercy. You're a Billy Blanks completist. What can you say? Coca-Cola Kid, I ordered when it was announced, so it's in. It's coming to me in the next package. And Stand in Silence is wondering if Brother Chaos got PP 2000. Billy Blanks never did it for you. I'm raising a glass to Mr. Ray Liotta. What a guy. Yeah, I'll join you. Even if it's only vitamin water that I'm having. Nothing about the quantity on Thriller, Cloak or Dagger or Miami Connection, if you're not mistaken. Kind of makes me worried. Cloak and Dagger and Miami Connection may take a dip like Thriller. Just keep an eye on it. Yep. Yeah, BFI, Get Carter, and recently the brilliant Proposition. I've not seen that one at all. You should watch it. You sold out of Alley Cat before you got there. It was one that you did want to get. You want to get Cloak and Dagger, but having trouble justifying the money. Band of the Hand, yes, that's great. Now I've got Cloak and Dagger coming to me, but I don't really know too much about it. I can only hope that it's going to be excellent, hopefully, at some point. Someone needs to put out a 4K of Manhunter. Yes, now I can get behind that 100%. So let's have a look at the cart and see what's in it. Ah, jeez. Like I'm well over my 200 budget. I have to watch The Proposition. It's another one that I kind of want to get to at some point, but I've just never had the chance so far. Right, okay. Blue Ice goes. I don't need to see Ron Jeremy in any movie or any person. Right, so these are going to drop by $16. Cloak and Dagger is just okay. It seems to have this rabid fan base. They make it sound super amazing. So I'm getting it anyway, so we'll see what happens. Thief in 4K would be amazing. One of the things I love about 4K is the Dolby Atmos sound. It's just absolute perfect. So for these two titles here, which are going to total to $44, which means I've got space for about another 3, maybe 4 titles at a push. Okay, so we need to decide what goes, guys. The Proposition is awesome, yes. You like Cloak and Dagger. So as a kid, In the last few years, it was good, but don't have too much high expectations. Yeah, I'll go in with the easy and see what it's going to be like. Cloak and Dagger is fun, but I wish someone would put out Short Time with Dabney Coleman. Ah, that's such a classic. The policeman who gets told that he's literally going to die, and it's his last day in the job, trying everything to get killed and just just can't do it. Okay, so what's getting taken out of the basket here, folks? Like I said, the VSAs I need to have in. So yeah, so 3 or 4 titles I need to keep. That means right. I think the Toolbox Murders has to go. It's too expensive this time round. So 3 titles from here, I should just eject. Too late, Joe is gone. It is gone. Keep Death Row Game Show. See, that was one I just threw in. It's only $15, and my chauffeur is only 6. So that's. I might take the bees out because that'll probably be cheaper in the next sale, and I don't see the slipcover really selling out. Second Sight with Bronson Pinchot holds up surprisingly. Watched that a couple of weeks ago. Get rid of the hearse. Ooh. The car is better than the hearse. Them's fighting words. You didn't like Sudden Fury. First half is great, but the second half is bland and an ending like any action movie. Plus, the final conclusion was just stupid and weird. Okie dokie. So we're looking at taking out possibly the hearse and Sudden Fury. Hello, Mob Cult. You know what? Let me give you an update. I've got my basket. I kind of wanted to spend about $100. That was like my comfortable limit. So I've got a little bit more than that, and I need to get it down close to that. So I'm going to get these bottom two. I'm at $182, so I need to take out a good 3 movies, and this is what I have. The bees sucks, but the slip is cool. I honestly, I couldn't care less about the slip. It's nice, but I will have looked at the movie. Take out my chauffeur, and other people have said keep it in. It's got Deborah Foreman in it. Not a fan of Sudden Fury, and I'm Canadian. Okay, you know what? See you later. Seems you can't spell when you're drunk. That's fine, because it seems as if I can't talk or type when I'm drunk. Whoa, there's a statement. Don't take out the hearse. Second Sight is atrocious, but Feds with Rebecca De Mornay is fun. I don't think I've seen that. I've not seen any of those in your car, I don't think. One thing I can recommend is do not take out Deborah Foreman. See, that's a sentiment I can get behind. Why is it when you have a budget, but whenever you go to the basket, it's always double or thereabouts? I don't know. I mean, technically it was almost triple, was it not? Because it was up to 200 and something. I think it's important to stick to budgets. You know, if you have a set budget in your mind, you shouldn't really go too far over it. That's just... And it's good not to get everything you want, I feel. If you start getting everything you want, it becomes less special. Deborah Foreman is the selling point. As indeed. Feds. If I keep the hearse, you'll get it too. The Sudden Fury is fantastic, but the ending kills it. No, it's gone. Do you know what? The bees... I don't need that just now. You can get rid of that. You also had a similar budget, but you ended going over it. I think everybody goes over their budget. You had to get Thriller, but overall, you didn't go over it too badly. What else did you get? Thriller was pricey though, so let me know what else you got. Okay, so the two I am looking at taking out from here, I think, is probably Death Row Game Show and the Incubus. Yeah, everybody was pretty positive and don't answer the phones. I'll keep that. There's been some up and down about the hearse, but if I keep that, I get to enable somebody else to buy it, which is great. And My Chauffeur is an 80s comedy, which just seems kind of different for Vinegar Syndrome. So yeah, not a huge fan of Death Row Game Show. Makes me wish I was watching The Running Man with Arnold. You know what? I did say that it reminded me of that. Okay, Joe very kindly got me the Cauldron releases that just came out. Thank you very much, sir. Yep, have a good evening. Death Row Game Show was entertaining. Let's just have a look at the Incubus and see what that is. Lots went out of stock since last night already, have they? Wow. Death Row Game Show sounds the most interesting of those left. Let's see. Does anyone know what time in Central Europe time the sale ends? It should be 6 in the morning on Tuesday. When does it finish? Stand in silence, like Canadian time. Let's go back to this one. Lots went out of stock since last night. I don't like going on to the sale immediately because there is that whole panic. There is encouragement. There is live streams. Everybody is just building on that FOMO. You see those numbers tick, 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 tick down, and you panic buy. So I made a decision a couple of sales ago to just leave it a couple of hours, a day or two, then go on and make a decision then whether I really want something or not. But don't get caught up in the hubbub if you can. Don't take out the Incubus. A New World Disorder has gave me my first ever super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. That's appreciated, and that will go towards my purchase that I'm getting now. You've never seen Sudden Fury, but you can't seem to get it for a decent price. There was enough comments saying not great. Mob Cult, you got Sudden Fury, Adoration, Demon Wind, Candy Snatchers, great. Christmas Evil, fantastic. Cycles in Love, and Grave Robbers. Grave Robbers is terrific as well. All blind buys, some good ones there. John Cassavetes. Oh wow. It was out in 81. Let's have a look at some of it. Well, hello there. Aye. The Incubus is great. Let's see. Tiger Claws was melting last night. Yeah, that I'm really surprised that sold out. You didn't think Death Row Game Show was much of Running Man, different sorts of game show and much sillier. Cynthia Rothrock got sidelined in Tiger. Yes, severely. She was the best and most charismatic lead in that movie, and she got less to do in every single movie. Like the second one, she's worse. The third one, she gets even they kill her. They kill her off. Spoiler. Whoops. I shouldn't have let that out. But or do they? Yeah. Tiger Claws wasn't great. What's great about the Incubus? I'm looking at getting it too. There's a question. There's Andy with a super chat. I'm putting money towards the Graham should get the Toolbox Murders Fund. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much for your super chat. Much appreciated. I will put it towards movies. Alley Cat was okay. What did you think? I thought the lead actress was terrific. I think it's unfortunate she never really did any more roles like this. It was fun. The action was interesting. It had some downtime, but overall was pretty, yeah, pretty great. Okay, so I'm still kind of stuck here. Nobody's come back to me about don't answer the phone, whether that's a keeper or not. So yeah, so it's I have to take $16 off that because I've got a discount code for Red Surf and Accept No Mercy, so that takes it down to 28. Now I wish I would have got Incubus instead of Sudden Fury. You're a huge Cynthia Rothrock fan, but you didn't go for Tiger Claws. Was glad to see the first two, and I thank me for saving you from watching the third. You are welcome. Yep, Born to Win is great. I watched that and have a review coming soon for it at some point. Let's let my head percolate over what I'm taking out here. Let's go and quickly have a look at the massive Arrow announcements for August. So, as hinted last month, they have the Running Out of Time 1 and 2 box set. Eureka were doing the UK release. Arrow are doing the American release of it. It looks pretty fantastic. If I wasn't getting the Eureka one, I would definitely be tempted by this one. Flatliners, I don't remember enjoying at all, and people seem to be quite happy about the 4K. Personally, it doesn't really do anything for me, this one. So it's actually nice. There's a month I don't need to get anything. So August is just, because I think there's a fair few movies from like 88 Films, Eureka, that are all going to, well, Eureka's August announcements aren't out as yet, but there's a few other movies coming that I need to get. We need more Jeff Speakman movies on Blue. We do indeed. We're hoping to see more Canon films this sale. Yeah, I think we all were. And Flatliners is all right. It's not a purchase, so no, it's not. I watched it a few times in the mid-90s when it came out, and I remember thinking I wanted to love it more, but it was just never great. And I never watched the remake because that just looked like a complete turd. Is the remake of Flatliners or it's the Schumacher version with Sutherland, Bacon, and Roberts. Makes me wonder if Arrow will do Super Cop. You do want Running Out of Time set, but you would want to see Flatliners again. I don't think I need to buy that one. No, do you know what? I may watch it again when it's on the Arrow player. I might check it out because the Arrow player's fun. Let's see. Blah blah. The remake is terrible and boring again from Arrow. I think the biggest announcement today was Fran Simeone. You know, the guy that kind of run Arrow, built it up, was the sort of head behind it all, has left. This was his last day with Arrow, and he has now abandoned ship as well. And it just seems as if Arrow are really at a transitional stage where they don't really know what they're doing. They've kind of plateaued, and I honestly think that other boutiques are starting to take over them. 88 Films, I think Eureka are releasing better martial arts movies. Arrow still have that name brand recognition, and I hope they can bring in someone that's going to further the company. But I think that's a loss that they've had to do in a big one. Arrow need to do a blue box of lemon popsicle films. Arrow are a sinking ship. Very sad. It is indeed. I feel bad about it. It's not something that I enjoy or I'm happy about. It feels as if it's going that way where it's changing dramatically. You know, when you've had something that you've loved, it's had a certain stature built up, a great reputation, and then a new company takes over. The head of the current company leaves. Yeah. Oh, Arthur. I see your little pun and I enjoy it. My excitement on Flatliners is literally as the title. Don't Answer the Phone is mean-spirited in the vein of Maniac, but not as good. Worth a look if you like that kind of stuff. Personally, you much prefer Incubus. Ooh, Night of the Comet in 4K. Yes, that would be spectacular. Okay, let's jump back to this cart. So, I effectively need to take one more title out. And I think I'm going to take Don't Answer the Phone out. You guys have convinced me on the other four that I was kind of on my peripheral vision, but yeah, okay, let's do it. So there we go. With the discount, like I said, $16 off that takes me to $108, close to my $100 limit. So I've got Expect No Mercy, great. Jalal Marie, we've got George Clooney and Red Surf. We've got The Hearse, which, to be honest, I don't really know too much about, but you guys are so like either hating it or loving it that I'm kind of curious. Death Row Game Show, which is one I had zero intention of picking up. Thank you, Internet. The Incubus, another one that I wasn't 100% certain I was going to get. I often think about it and look at it. And My Chauffeur, 80s comedy starring Deborah Foreman from Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, okay, we can live with that. The fact that Arrow is moving into Hong Kong cinema too proves they are running out of ideas as to what put out. All the announcements this year have not been great. I am patiently waiting on the Shaw Brothers 2 set, which was supposed to get released in July. I'm waiting. I'm eager. Oh my god, Night of the Comet, you still have your Arrow copy. I should as well. I do. I have my Night of the Comet there. I might take that out and watch that tonight after this. The Incubus is totally bonkers story, but well made, played entertainingly with a straight face. You love it. Hello, Stiff Kittens Reviews. Stephen. I bet you'll regret taking Don't Answer the Phone. Possibly. I may pick it up next time. You wish Arrow would put out a Tsukamoto box set volume 2. Was it Third Window Films that did the Tsukamoto box set? No? Or have I missed that one? Too many re-releases from Arrow. I agree with that. I think it's unfortunate how it's been going. I'm a little bit sad about it. I'm hoping to actually bring on someone who I know is a big Arrow fan onto the channel at some point. Do more live streams, but have someone who's with me so we can have a conversation, which is something that hopefully will be happening soon. I also have someone lined up. So I picked up a movie today for a friend on the sale, and hopefully they're going to join me and we are going to do a kind of joint movie review, well, a live stream at the same time, which I think should be a great amount of fun. Yeah, that's my sale. I'm happy with that completely and utterly. Let's jump back to that. Indicator is way more interesting than Arrow at this point. Let's see what else we've got here. We also got Night of the Comet. Still haven't watched it. Speaking of Arrow, I've also picked up Incredible Melting Man. Need to watch both. Oh, Incredible Melting Man is pretty fantastic. Right, I'm just finishing my purchase while I'm here, so I don't forget to do it because that's happened before. Jeez. Yeah, re-releases in big films is getting boring. Need to go back to their horror roots. I think that's what I find disappointing. The big movies. I really like the smaller budgeted movies I've never heard of. The ones that are real surprises. The ones that offer so much interest. Okie dokie, let's just. And indeed, imprint is pretty great. Into the Void is out Monday. It is indeed. I'm happy with that. Incredible Melting Man is fantastic. I really enjoy it. Mike, you've stopped buying Arrow at the moment. Yes, myself included on that one. It's enough is enough, I think. I wanted to pick up Wild Things. I really did, because I love that movie. But man, I'm assuming there's going to be an issue with the disc. I just think that's the way it is. You know, what more can I say? Indicator is the one that you've never been able to see the appeal of. Way too many movies I've never even heard of. That's what I love about it, because most of the time, there's the odd title that I don't like, but most of the time I really love the films, and they're really surprising. Imprint titles are the ones that get me most excited. Yes, and I'm luckily enough to have built up a relationship with Imprint where they've been sending me some titles, which is terrific. Couldn't do it without them, because a lot of them are quite pricey. Has old metal band Samson with the current Iron Maiden singer Bruce Dickinson. It's in my basket. I'm picking it up. Indicator's box sets have noir box sets. Yes, I love noir box sets. In fact, I'm patiently waiting on my next one, which is the Bogard one, which is coming soon. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Arrow stopped becoming relevant once they started releasing big budget films and not underground cults. Yes, I think the odd one or two would have been fine. Every now and again, you kind of want the Thing, you want An American Werewolf in London, but there's some of the ones you just don't need. And then it's the reissues. You know, we got those movies, now we're getting the 4Ks. Do we really need them? Not particularly. We still get 88 films, and they have great output. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Those are taking taking the mantle for me. It's the better company now, in my eyes. And let's see. Trauma and Forgotten Gialli for you. Cool. You'll order Species box set, Mind Ripper, and some more fun stuff as soon as they've dropped the price on something. Let's see. I'm on there right now, but they're picking out mines, including some you recommended. Well, tell me what you're getting. I'm curious. Trauma's pretty good. Yep. 101 Films does something. I like 101 Films a lot. I like their Black Label range. I like the Agfa titles, which are just here on my shelf, which, yeah, fantastic. So I have just bring this up. So there we go. Got my order placed, picked up everything, got it for $108. So I'm quite happy with that. That's close to my budget as I was wanting to go. My Chauffeur, The Incubus, Death Row Game Show, The Hearse, Red Surf, and Expect No Mercy. I am happy. Indicator I find to be best for blind buys. Yes, and I just picked one up, which I'm going to watch tomorrow, which is the Pemini organisation. which are 3 movies that nobody seems to talk about or have any knowledge of. That I cannot wait to check these out. At this point, you don't think you've got a favourite label, and definitely not any you have to buy everything from. Yeah, it's a good stance to have. A few more of their older releases they seem to be doing on a steady basis. You bought Sullivan's Travels from HMV during the sale, and it still had the booklet. Steve Davis, your pick popping up just keeps reminding me that we need that in 4K, which is Inferno. Yeah. Why would I want Wild Things in 4K? I mean, I know the pool sequence. I loved Wild Things. I love those kind of movies that are mind games. They're all kind of twisted with huge reveals at the end, with surprise twists that you're happy about. I like McNaughton. I think he did a wonderful job with this one. Why do I want the 4K? Because if I've got the choice between the Blu-ray and the 4K, I want the better quality. I'm happy to wait to see what problems there are going to be with the disc, and when it's rectified, and maybe a price drop, I might pick it up then. Blue Underground does great with it. Yes, they do. Amazing. Fantastic. Their 4Ks are amongst the best. A lot of imprint releases use older masters, however, and they charge top dollar for them. Yes, they do. Some of the transfers haven't been great, so I've heard. I've not experienced any as yet. The Vampire Hookers t-shirt and Vinegar Syndrome page looks cool, but the shirts looks... I'm always worried about clothing because sometimes I'm carrying extra weight like I am now. Sometimes I'm not too bad. So, no, give it a miss, I think, on the t-shirts. All I remember of Wild Things is the pool sequence. Oh, no, I can remember so much more about that. The tooth pulling, Bill Murray as the kind of shyster lawyer, Neve Campbell, Denise Richards, of course, Kevin Bacon is the cop. Yeah, I remember I watched that a lot. Do I correct Scream Factory? No, Brian, I don't. I have a couple in my collection, including the awesome Friday the 13th collection, which is just there. I still can't believe 88 Films is only a 2-man crew, but that's the way to do it. That is the way to run the business, because it's controlled. It's not out there. They're moving into 4K next with Drive, which I cannot wait to get. Blah blah. There we are. There we go. Your name here says, you wish the 101 Films Johnny Mnemonic transfer was a little better though. See, I didn't notice any issues with it, but if you've got any more comments, please put them in, because people were asking about that. Which was better release of Censor, VS or Second Sight? I think they used the same transfer, because I saw no issues with both. Fab Myers, right, you're off. Been very enjoyable. Absolutely, sir. I don't think I'll be long behind you. I'll get through these comments. For me, you're more excited about Severin Films and VS. Not exactly sure why. I guess they just seem to be a little bit more fun. I like Severin. I wish it was easier to get them into the UK. Vinegar Syndrome make it so easy. If they could work out a deal and have Severin on there, and I could add them to my package, I'd be over the moon. Let's see. Second Sight Censor has a great book and a Kim Newman commentary. Yes. So does VS Censor. The Sinbad Harryhausen box sets are going for a pretty penny now. Yes, I'd never sell mine. Wild Things is great. Bill Murray is great. Magdog and Glory is awesome. Oh, that's, yes, 100%. Daughters of Darkness 4K was stellar. Agreed. Don't Disney have the rights to Inferno? Yeah. Disney have the rights to The World, apparently, so I wouldn't be surprised. Blue Underground has Uncle Sam 4K coming out from William Lustig. Love Maniac Cop, so that's enough for me to buy it. Agreed. I will be getting that as well. You recently got the out-of-print slip for Frat House secondhand. And you'll get the film to put in it on the sale now. Yeah, great. Let's be honest, we only watch Wild Things because of Denise Richards. partially. You love Drive 2. Mark Dacascos is a great martial artist. Yes, what was that other one? The Brotherhood of the Wolf, I think, which was amazing. Larry Cohen's God Told Me to 4K is coming. Yes, I'm excited about that one. You should probably get the Vampires Hooker DVD instead. It's a double feature with some other film. Yeah. Yeah, you're off to watch Prime. Oh, come on, come on. Enjoy. Blah, blah. See you later on. Thanks for joining. Shout Scream Factory does a good job, but it must be expensive to import to the UK. Yes, it is. It's the import costs that put me off a lot of the time. Vinegar Syndrome are very good about getting around it. Severance sale next in June. Do you know what? I'll have a look at that. I will have a look and see what we can do. If I can afford anything. John Young with the super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. I'll put that towards my hefty purchase. Scream Factory is worse than Arrow with disc replacement problems. Arrow has just been overall worse this year. Yeah, I agree with that. And you're slacking at work, almost time to close up so you can head back and grab a couple more things from the archive. Have fun. Do you know what? If you happen to be at the archive, take some pictures, send me an email. My email's on the website somewhere. I would love to just see what it looks like inside. If you do that, that would be fantastic. And let's see, favourite noir film. Wow, that's a hard one. Double Indemnity? Touch of Evil? It's one of the big ones anyway, I think. It's too hard. Kino June Swoon Sale, maybe. Out of Sight and Touch of Evil. Oh, yes. My friend is sending me Touch of Evil. I may ask him to send me Out of Sight because I love that movie. Okay, guys. Maybe gals. I don't know. This has been fantastic. Thank you for joining me on my live stream as we went shopping. I really appreciated. Oh, a couple of comments quickly we'll get to. After seeing Nina Hartley's small but ambitious, hilarious part in Cameo, the woman who's always cheating on her husband and doesn't even care when he walks in on her, you felt you had to dive in on women's work. The Culling on 4K Kino, I think. After seeing her in Boogie Nights, I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, she is hilarious in that. Right, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night. Join me next time. Next time I will have guests on to talk about movies, which should be fun. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you next time on Man v